look, I mean, they beat the Bengals, which I don't think people had chalked up as a win for them when they looked ahead. Dak Prescott is probably going to be back sooner than we initially expected, it sounds like. And the next 2 games are against division teams. Yes, the Giants are 2-0, but are they unbeatable? You know, Washington after that. If they can split those games and maybe win one more, then they're definitely in contention when he gets back. And anybody who's calling me a wet blanket, that is 3, not an overreaction. I am on the hype train for everybody after week 2.
That's exactly right. Now, let's deal in Dak for a moment here. Stephen Jones yesterday with an update on the return of the star quarterback. Listen.
Things started to get better right away after the surgery, as the prognosis went from about 8 weeks to 4 weeks. But against the Giants this week, absolutely he's out. I think the very best it would be Washington or the Rams.
So look, RG3, you should know of me. I'm not one who likes to say, I told you so.
Okay.
Oh, my word.
I love to say, I told you so. I love it. I don't like it. I love it. I said all last week, people are burying the Cowboys prematurely. They stole a win. I think they have a good chance to win both these next 2 games against the Giants and against Washington. And when Dak gets back, they will be right in the thick of things. What did you see from them on Sunday?
Yeah, I felt like they found their blueprint for success moving forward. When Dak comes back, they need to play the game exactly the way they called it for Cooper Rush.
Yes,
their best players are their running backs, Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. Those guys had 29 combined touches out of the 46 for the game. What's that do for your offense? It allows the receivers to get those one-on-one matchups. It allows your offensive line to not have to drop back and pass protect 45 times a game. So to me, this is what the Cowboys need to do, whether Dak is a starter or not. And guess why they can do that? Because of Micah Parsons.
There we go.
Their defense, they play out of this world defense. Micah Parsons is unblockable, and he raises the level of everybody else. Dorrance Armstrong had 2 sacks in the game. You even know who that is? Most people don't. But guess what? They're all playing at a high level.
Well, so you bring up 2 really interesting separate points from each other. I want to deal in both of them quickly. The first of them is that right? Is the blueprint for their success offensively to be a run-first team?
100%. I know Fox and Graz hate it, but that's facts. And you make it a much better offense and a much more explosive offense, contrary to what these 2 believe.
The second is about number 11.
Oh, God.
Is that kid the best player in the NFL?
I believe he is. I mean, once they start putting him more at the edge and let him rush more often, he's 49th in the league for number of times he rushes the passers. That means 48 more people rush more often than him. But he's number 1 in sacks and number 1 in pressures. This dude is crazy, and it makes the job for everybody else so much easier on that defense. If you know you have that guy on the line, it makes the rest of the line's job easier, makes the secondary's job easier, and it allows them to run the ball because their defense is killing people.
He didn't even get drafted as an edge rusher. Look, he's got every move. I mean, he's just destroying people.
They traded back and took him out of Penn State. Really quick questions here. For a quarterback and an offense, you're a quarterback, RG3. Just sort of put us in the mindset. You're walking up to the line of scrimmage. He's on the other side. It's sort of like the old days of Lawrence Taylor, which I'm old enough to remember. Like, what are you thinking about when he's on the other side as you walk to the line of scrimmage?
I mean, as a quarterback, you're saying, hey, we need to slide to this guy every single time. Jeff will tell you, we're pointing, we're going that way. The issue with Micah Parsons is it doesn't matter right now. They're double teaming him, chipping him, thumping him, and he's still getting to the quarterback. So for me as a quarterback, that's what you do. You come to the line, you say, this is where Micah Parsons is. I need 5 guys blocking that guy.
What are you going to do with him, Jeff?
You make a Parsons call. Listen, when I was in Green Bay, this is no joke, we had a Peppers call. We walked to the line of scrimmage, wherever he is, find him. And make sure we got at least 1 offensive lineman and hopefully some other player to help in addition. When you're talking about Micah Parsons, he's won 75%. 75% of his pass rush attempts. That is absolute insanity. So you don't let him be a game wrecker, and that's what people have allowed him to be. And the Bengals, they let them unblock sometimes.
And whether he gets pressure or not, he's already wrecked your game because we know that you're going to slide to him. So then we also on the defensive side, we know that we can blitz to the other side, and all our guys have one-on-one matchups. It's just a great problem to have.
All right, so I want to talk more about him as we go. We will leave all that. But you know what?
46-yard strike. Josh Allen to Stephon Diggs.
That combination is just special. And you take a look, Josh Allen targeting Diggs last night. But look at the numbers. It is just ridiculous, and that's the two games combined. Again, 4 touchdowns to Diggs as the season gets started. The Buffalo Bills right now look definitively like the best team in the National Football League, and that's not an overreaction. So that brings us to Overreaction Tuesday with our buddy Graziano. And this week, fascinating game in the AFC East. Buffalo on a short week has got to go down to Miami, play in that heat in South Florida. And I have this question. If I were to say the Dolphins are a legit contender in the AFC, would that be an overreaction?
I say no. I think the Dolphins have earned that respect with the way they've played so far. That comeback on Sunday against what we all thought was going to be a really good Baltimore defense. I guess we'll see how that plays out. Absolutely stellar. If they are capable of playing offense at this level, then they are going to be no fun to play for anybody, except maybe the Bills, who are crushing the whole world.
We'll find out. I mean, if they should beat Buffalo this weekend, the conversation's going to get fascinating. Yeah. In the meantime, as we open the show this morning, Robert Griffin III said Jalen Hurts is early on in the MVP race. Is that an overreaction?
It is not an overreaction. Look, he's got what it takes. He plays quarterback, first of all. That's critical for an MVP. He can beat you with his arm or his legs. That's critical for an MVP in this day and age. If this team wins the division, and he plays like this or anything close to this all year, he is definitely going to put himself and keep himself in that conversation.
All right, and one more, and we'll stay in the division. I have been saying from the moment last week began and everyone was shoveling dirt on the Dallas Cowboys that they will still be in contention when Dak Prescott comes back healthy. Is that an overreaction?
It is not.
I can't help but notice everyone seems a little hungry here. I think it's time to serve up the pancakes.
Woo! Set him down as a keeper. That is a Tuesday staple. Get some of this. Get some of that. Throw him out the club. Swagoo, throw him out the club. You see him? 1 pancake, 2 pancakes, 3 pancakes. Oh!
Tuesday tradition here.
Oh my goodness!
Look at Saturday.
Hang on. Look at him. Hey, we got the pancakes rolling. Oh, touchdown. That's the one. Hey, Gree's out because of Ab River X, so he's out of the segment right now. We're about to crank this thing up. We're starting in Miami. We talked all about the pretty players. Let's talk about some big nasties. Look at Alec Ingold coming down. Watch him make a play. That's not it. I don't know where. There he is. Right here. Finish him. Take him 40 yards down. Y'all missed him off camera. He literally runs a body 40 yards down and then smokes him at the end. Head on the grass. That's what I'm talking about. You want to know why you beat people in the fourth quarter down 21? Because you got dudes like Alec Ingold. By the way, he's a 2-time winner for the Raiders last year. Much respect, Ingold. Like this. Guess what? RG3's here. I'm going to give some quarterbacks some love. Okay. How about we go to Texas Tech? Watch him lead block. Get some! Get some! How about your QB giving the business to somebody? That never happens. I absolutely love it. And look, he was hunting 2. That's my favorite part. He gets one, he was hunting another one. He's like, this is all I got to do is just knock people down. That's what I'm talking about right there. Jonathan Smith, I see you. 2 pancakes, big boy. I love the heart right there. Absolutely 2 to finish it up. Deion Dawkins. Here we go. Pull around. No. Guess what, y'all? Somebody's on the tracks. Get out the way. Not the secondary. No, sir. Look at the body splash at the end. That's my favorite part. He sees him on the ground. I'm not done with you. I'm coming full body back here. That's a thing of beauty, Deion Dawkins. God love you. Look at this dude. He was scared to death, tried to hide, and can't hide. I don't like the DBs. I don't like it. No need. Get some more. No need to consummate the block at the end. I do not believe he consummated the block, and I don't need that. Get all that out of here. Yes, sir.
It is a Tuesday state. What do you think?
That's pretty fun. That was awesome, Jack. That was great.
That's pretty much what Tuesdays are here. It's pretty fun. Hey, we'll have some fun with some soccer for you, too, coming your way. 2 more Leagues Cup showcase matches for you tomorrow night. MLS versus Liga MX with no Leagues Cup this year because of World Cup prep for clubs. The showcase series is a preview of what's coming next year. We got Cincinnati Chivas, then we got Nashville taking on Club America. It's all on ESPN2 and on the ESPN app. Coming up, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen. Their teams look awful good last